Selena, and I'm doing another booktube video. And this time I'm making a book tag video. Hopefully I'm the first one to do this particular book tag. This should be an original book tag, but if as you're watching you find out or you realize that I'm not the first one to do this, please let me know so then that way I can give credit to whom credit is due. So this book tag I'm calling the birth year book tag video. And so what I've done is I went out just, on the internet and I researched books that were popular in the year in which I was born. And then I looked through the list of the books. Some were familiar, some weren't familiar, and went on Goodreads, looked up some information on the books, Amazon, looked at some reviews and comments about the books, and I picked one book, and that's the book that I'm deciding to read before the year is out. One book that was published in the year in which I was born. So I'm not going to tell you how old I am. That's something for you to tell me. Leave it down in the comments. If you figure out how old I am, just write it there. I'm not shy about the age. Just blurt it out. But yeah, so I'm going to show you the book that I found when I looked up popular or best-selling books in the year in which I was born. And that book is Winter's Tale by Mark Halpern. And again, I talked about this book tag in my first video, the September book haul video, but I wanted to give this book tag its own video. So this is the book tag video, and this is the book that I'm going to be reading. And you can see I got a new camera, as you can tell. If you can't tell, I'm excited because you can actually see the cover, which is so pretty. It's, you have the lights coming in from Grand Central, coming into Grand Central Station. It's just a pretty, pretty, pretty kind of old-timey black and white cover of Grand Central Station in New York City. And this story takes place in New York City at like around turn of the century, New York City. So it's, it's got, mobsters, and you have like the really rich living right beside the really poor, and the main character is someone who is poor, and he is an outcast. He's an outcast from the outlaws, the mobsters and the thugs that are living in New York City, and he's also an outlaw from, upper posh rich society, and he's running from them all. So but he meets a female who lives kind of like in a nice area, nice apartments outside of Central Park, and she is sick, but it's their relationship that kind of makes things happen. And there's some, other elements in here as well. A lot of people describe this book, Winter's Tale, as I heard someone describe it as steampunk, which I thought was interesting. I haven't come upon any steampunky type things yet. Maybe because it takes place, right after the Victorian era, and there's like some magical elements. No, magic's not the word, but if you read the book or look it up, you'll figure it out. But yeah, it's a little, it's a retelling of New York City's history around that time. But anyway, but there is like some sort of like mystical, magical things happening. There's a storm that seems to have a mind of its own, from what I can gather. There's also a white horse that our main character rides, and the white horse seems to be very attuned to people. Like the horse can think like a human, from what I've got so far. So I'm interested and excited to read this book. And also, interesting enough, Martin Scorsese is going to be adapting this book into a film. So yeah, Martin Scorsese, pretty big time film, I'm going to assume there, right? So I want to see what kind of comes of that. I don't know when that film will be out. It's pretty much at like the very beginning stage. I've seen some footage where they've done very minimal filming for this movie, but yeah. So hopefully this book will be a movie in the next year or two, and by that time I will have read it. So I'm going to try to read this book by the end of the year, and I'm going to be making a review video, a birth year book review video, and I'll let you know why I thought this book might have been popular in the year that it was published. Do I think that it would be popular if it was published today? I'll also talk about some things that are maybe dated, things that are still universal and relevant, all good writing. Um, if it lasts for, years and years and over generations, it's because it's timeless, it's universal. And some books can have that quality in it and some books don't. So I will let you know what I think about this book toward the end of the year when I make a review video. And it will take me some time to read this book. I'll probably only read it during the winter break when I'm off from work, when school's closed for winter break, because bam. Yep, this is the whole book. So, yeah, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to enjoy it, and I will make a video of this book much later, maybe 2 or 3 months from now, but before the year is out, I should have a video about this book. So, yeah, if you like to do the tag, you're more than welcome to do the tag. In my first video, the September haul book video, I tagged some people, but I mean, anyone can do this tag. It's just looking up a book and reading it. How hard is that? Only thing that you have to be mindful of is the publishing year. Make sure it's the year in which you were born. And yeah, have fun. Discover something new and make a video. Okay, bye.